I have really got to stop making these videos so late. It is about probably I think 10:30. I'm exhausted. It's been a tiring week. I even though my week's been short, I only worked 2 days this week so far. I'll work tomorrow and Friday, but I am just exhausted. But I'm making a video today because I did get a one package mail day today, and it's from our good friend Joezeppi1. He did hit me up recently and tell me he wanted to send something my way. So, Giuseppe, thank you so much for whatever's in here ahead of time. So I'm going to go ahead and open this. First, let me move my pop aside and just open the envelope. So I am actually really curious to see what he sent. He's got a little note here first. So I am going to open the note. Let's see. What's up, Mike? Hope you like the cards, brother. Go Yankees. Dave, aka Joezeppi1 Dave. Thank you. Oh, it's a 1 of 1. Awesome. This is going into the YouTube PC. That is starting to grow. Thanks to you guys so much for everything you send me, guys, and the autographs. And Dave, I cannot wait to tear into what you got. So let's take a look. So off the bat, I already see we got our fearless manager Joe Girardi in a Cubs uniform, which is pretty sweet. I like that a lot. This goes my boy Tino, rated rookie card. Love this. I've always loved the Donruss rated rookies. I've seen I've seen T-shirts of these cards, or at least of the rated rookie logo. I have been trying to find these T-shirts, and as well as the ones that Topps put out a while back. Topps had the rookie logo, the old school Topps logo. I want those T-shirts. I want them all. Got Steve Sax. I loved Steve Sax when he was with the Yankees. I don't know why. My favorite player growing up back in the day was Don Manning. It was Reggie Jackson first. Jackson was my first idol. Then actually I kind of shared that with Greg Nettles, but then Nettles kind of grew on me, not in a positive way. And even because I saw him once at Yankee Stadium and asked for his autograph, and I was about maybe 10, 11, and he brushed me off, which hurt then. Um, Unfortunately, when I met him years later, he was still such a big jerk. And it's kind of like soured my liking on the guy. Although I do still have like a tiny PC of him, only because of how highly I thought of him back in the day. But once Reggie left, I was rooting for Manley. Then I was playing second base as a kid a lot. That's probably why I started liking Sax, and I started wearing the number 6 because of Sax, which now is retired by the Yankees because of Joe Torre. But back in the day, loved me some Steve Sax. Dave Righetti, man. Dave Righetti was the bomb back then. And he was a starter. He came up with the Yankees as a starter. This kid was going to probably be a 20-game winner one day. And then when Gossage left, he volunteered himself to be in the pen. And that just tells you what kind of a team player Dave Righetti is. He volunteered to give up his prime years as a starter to be a dominant reliever. And man, he was dominant for a while. He had the all-time saves record for a while too, and he broke the Thigpen's record, which was not an easy thing to do back in the day. Back in the day, when you had the saves, when you got the saves, whatever you got. Remember, it wasn't like you worked one inning. Back in the day, you worked a couple of innings to get those saves, and Righetti was the man. Speaking of the man, Donnie Baseball. What more can I say about Don Manley, man? This guy captured my imagination growing up. He was the light in an otherwise dark tunnel of the 1980 Yankees. We did have some good teams. I remember the 85, 86 Yankees were not too shabby. They just didn't have the pitching. But man, we had the hitters. Not only did we have Manley, we had Winfield, we had Henderson. Mike Pallerio wasn't a bad hitter back then. Also, we had a couple of other boppers in the lineup, man. But Henderson, Manley, and Winfield, that was a fearsome threesome, man. Jorge Posada, I loved Jorge. And I'll tell you one thing though about Jorge, I had him pegged when he first came up. I wasn't too impressed. Apparently the Yankees weren't either, because he was shuffled back and forth until he started catching regularly, which I think was 1999. I think in '98 Girardi was still the everyday catcher for the Yankees. But once Posada got going, man, Posada was the bomb diggity. I did grow to love me some Posada back in the day. Scott Brocious, man. Let me tell you, when you said when we got Scott Brocious, I remember the year we got him. The year before, he was maybe a two. I think he had batted 200, and when I heard that we got him, I was like, "What? Are you freaking kidding me?" But Brocious proved everybody wrong, man. He bat in 1998 season. He batted 300, batting out of the number 9 hole. So, I mean, I don't think he ever batted 300 again for the Yankees, but he was more than a serviceable third baseman for the Yankees during that run. He had the home run in the 2001 World Series also. 1998, he was the MVP of the World Series. I remember when they bought in. Oh God, I can't believe I forgot the Padres closer. I see his face in my head. I just can't remember his name for some reason, and that's gonna bug me all night now. But when they brought him in, I thought the game was gonna be shut down because he was dominant back in early 90s. I'm sorry, the late 90s, early 2000s. Ugh. Just that he was dominant. Trevor, it's coming to me, but he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, I think. And Ambrosius took him deep. End the story. Yankees were champions not too long after. My boy, Derek Jeter. The guy I PC heavily now. Mainly PC. I'm working on mainly him, Tino, Reggie, and Teixeira. Those are my 4 guys I PC now for the Yankees. But Jeter's the one I have the most of. I'm getting closer and closer to 1,000 on Jeter, so I'm hoping I get there soon. And just the person I was talking about, Greg Nettles, man. If you've never seen Greg Nettles play, go on YouTube, type in Greg Nettles, watch some of the most unbelievable plays this guy has made. He made some of the most damn plays you'll ever see by a third baseman. Brooks Robinson was the standard bearer of third baseman. He was pretty damn close, and he had a better bat than Robinson. Nettles could have been a Hall of Famer. I'm sure the issue where I think there was one year in 1975 his bat broke and some Super Bowls fell out of the bat, so I think that might have hurt him for a while. But Nettles could have been a Hall of Famer, man. Maybe if you had put together one more season, he actually led the American League in home runs in 1976, I think. But yeah, and this is from my first. This is from one of my favorite sets too, the 1981 Tops. This was the first set I started collecting heavily when I was a kid. Back then, I was just picking up as many Yankees and Stars as I could. The first time I ever tried to put a set together was the 81 Topps set, and I still love this set to this day. And also from the 81 Topps set, Rich Gossage, man. Love me some Goose. Goose, he was a Hall of Famer to me. I don't care what anyone says. I remember I talked to some other cynical anti-Yankee guys. Well, if Gossage is in the Hall of Fame, then Lee Smith should be in the Hall of Fame. Look, Gossage was... I think Gossage's whole thing was that he scared the crap out of opposing batters. Okay, he came in and he just shut you down, and he did it for more than one inning at a time too. And he, with his arms flailing, his legs were kicking. He just come around snorting dust and just mow batters down. The only batter he didn't mow down though was George Brett. George Brett owned this guy, but other than that, he just shut players down, and he's a Hall of Famer. Plain and simple. That's all I can say. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching the video. Dave, once again, brother, thank you so much for the cards. I will send something your way soon as well, because that's just how I roll. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Please click that subscribe button if you haven't already for more sports cards content. Click the like button if you like the video. Please comment on the video and let me know what you think about these awesome cards that Joezeppi1 gave me. And if you haven't subscribed to Joezeppi1, what the heck are you guys waiting for? Dude does awesome videos on baseball cards, on jerseys, on boxing. The guy, he's into a lot of stuff, man, and he's really interesting to watch. So guys, if you haven't already, go find Joezeppi1. This is how you spell his name. Find him, tell him that Mike sent you. Guys, thanks a lot for watching the video. Remember, collecting's a life, so live it.